Okay guys, now we're gonna go back to program 3 lab 8, and we're running out of time. So now write C++ program that will ask the user to keep entering numbers until a number between -20 and 20 is entered. A number between is entered. Keep enter a number while while until while num is less than -20 or num, there's so many different ways to do it guys, or num is greater than 20 while it's less than 20, so it's not in between the, I'm gonna keep entering a number. So here I'll declare integer num, and here I'll say cout enter a number, semicolon, and now here I'll say cn num. While num is this, I'll do what? I'll keep asking the user, keep entering numbers until a number between. Okay, so I'll keep doing this. I think I can do it as a do while if I do this. You want me to do it as a do while? I'll do it as a do while under that one, don't worry. Okay, cout enter a number and find how many negative and positive numbers were entered, also the smallest negative number and the smallest negative positive number. So how many negative and how many positive? So integer, I'm gonna have a counter for count negative and equals 0, and integer count positive equals 0, and then I need the smallest of each. Find how many negative, smallest negative value equals, okay, integer smallest smallest negative, and integer smallest positive, and now I'm gonna count. So I enter that number. If I want to count it, is that one gonna be counted? Okay. I need to, so inside the if statement, so here I'm gonna say if num is greater than 0, I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna do small positive equals num. I'm setting it for the first positive number, and I'm incrementing count to the positive plus plus, so I'm adding, and now I want to check with the other number that enters if num is greater than 0. Okay, that one is a little bit. Let's see, what can I do here? What if I put smallest positive and smallest? Okay, that is gonna make it a little bit hard. So let's say 1 minute. Smallest positive equals num. So if I get here a 5 and then I get a 2, 2 is greater than 0. Smallest equals okay. What if I say if num is greater than 0 and num is less than smallest? I'm gonna change smallest positive. But what do I need to set smallest positive as? I have to set it as the first positive. I can't set it as negative because it's gonna keep it as negative. None of the numbers are gonna be greater than that. So if number is greater than 0, and count equals 0, and count equals 0, or count positive. So it's the first one. I'm saying the first one. And I'm gonna do the addition, the increment, else. Okay, I'm gonna need if else's here. Else if num is greater than 0, just num greater than 0. I don't want to check if it's the first number or not. I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna also do C positive plus plus and what? I'm gonna check if num which is a positive number, is less than small positive. I'm gonna set small positive as num, as equals num. Oh, this is gonna take time. If, okay, this is inside the if statement, so this is the body of the if statement. Now I'll do another else if what? Num is less than 0 and a small or C negative equals 0, I'm gonna set the first element as what? As smallest. So I'll have small negative equals num, and I'm gonna still increment the count negative, and here else if. Okay, else if what? Num is less than 0 without the and. I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna check now. If num is less than small negative, I'm gonna change small negative to num. Equals num, and I'll increment. Really important, I should increment it here when we entered, so it didn't take only the condition. So here I'll say count, which is count negative plus plus, that's a number less than 0, and I'll change this Okay, now I'm gonna print. Let's see what I'm gonna print. Enter a number. What was that for? It's gonna loop. Now I need to print my stuff outside the loop, so I'll say cout the smallest negative value or number equals small neg, and out of a total okay, count out of a total negative line. Let's do copy the smallest positive out of a total of C positive and this should work. Let me run it real quick and then I'll come back to it. This is, guys, remember, those are important for the exam, and please, I'm gonna post assignment 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Those are also important. Please keep watching it if you want to get a good grade. Okay, what was it? It was Lab 8, Program 3. Come on, no errors. Wow. Let's see. Negate, C negate num, and C negate equals 0. Well, was not declared in this scope. What do you mean? And error was not declared in this scope. Small negate. Okay, let's finish the error first. S negate is positive. Okay, C positive. This one is small letter, and oh no, this is capital. Okay, save. What is it? Line 27. I didn't change it. Line 27. Okay, Gaith, and now enter a number, -2. Okay, sorry, I'm not supposed to enter numbers between -22. Okay, 22 and -30 and -80. Oh no, negative 180, -90 and 75 and 1,000 and -300 and -230 and 21. So here I want to count now. Now I'm gonna exit. Here's -1. I need to know the smallest negative value is at the smallest positive value is 22 out of a total 4 positive numbers. So there's something wrong in this. The negative value worked good. The smallest value in positive is 21. I put it here. But let's see how many positive. 1, 2, 3, 4. It worked. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And the smallest. Okay, what did I do wrong in the positive? If num is less than, okay, I had this equal here. Okay. Minus 100, 1000, 500, 300, minus 900, minus 110, minus 50, and 50, and 75, and minus 23, and -1. Let's see now. Smallest negative value was 900, that's right, and smallest positive value 50, that's right. I have 5. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the smallest this, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with this as smallest, so this worked. So now what am I gonna do? Let's do the second program. Oh no, let's explain this. This is really important. What did I do here? I declared they want to they want a program that keeps entering numbers until you enter a number between -20 and 20. So we did a while loop while num is less than -20 or num is greater than 20. What do? We keep entering the number, and here's the enter a number. We keep entering it here. So now what do we have in between, in the body of the while loop? They said we want to declare a value. We want to count how many negative numbers and how many positive numbers were entered. So we're gonna have C negative, a counter to negative, a counter to positive, each one initialized to 0, and we're gonna have also, we need the smallest negative value and the smallest positive value. What's the smallest negative value? Let's look at it. Smallest negative value is gonna be, okay, how here I'm gonna check first. Here I'm checking if num is greater than 0 and counter positive equals 0. That means I'm still on the first positive number. Num is greater than 0 and counter for positive equals 0. I'm gonna set that number as my smallest positive number, as I did here, and I'm gonna increment the counter for positive. So now I'll have 1. I enter 1000 and I'll have 1, and now it won't go here, it won't go here, it won't go here. It's gonna ask to enter another number. We enter a number, and let's say it's 500. It's gonna go back here while it's good if num is greater than 0, and no, now I have C positive as 1, so it's gonna go to the else if num is greater than 0. Yes, 500. I'm gonna say what? Increment the counter, so now I have 2, and here I'm gonna say what? If number, the 500, is less than the smallest number, smallest positive, which was 1000, I'm gonna reset smallest positive to 500, smallest positive to 500. So we do that. Here we go, here we are asked for another number. It's gonna be 300. Same thing, it's gonna go here. It's not gonna go through this, it's gonna go through this. Num is greater than 0. I'm gonna increment, so I have 3 positive. Is 300 less than 500? Yes, I'm gonna set smallest positive as 300. Now 900 is gonna enter. I already have in the negative value, which is a negative 100 is 900. It's gonna check those, it's gonna skip those. Now it's gonna come here. If 900 is less than a 0, yes, but is it the first number? No. First negative number? No. So it's gonna go to this one. Is 900 less than 0? Yes. I increment C negate, now it becomes 2, and I set what? If number, which is negative 900, is it less than 300? Yes, so I set smallest negative to 900. Now it goes checks 120. It counts it the 110 or 110, but 110 is not smaller than 900, so let's skip it. Enter another number. Negative 50, is it less? No. So but it's just counting now, and those it will take the 50 for positive and so on. Hopefully you got that. Check the code, guys. Here's the code. Let me, and after I finish the loop, I'm gonna count the gonna print the count and the smallest positive and smallest negative. Now let's see program 8.4. Implement the number guessing game. In this game, your program will choose a random number between 1 and 50, and you should try to guess the number in a few attempts as possible. So here I'm gonna do include and C time for the random, for the srand, and I'm gonna include, what was it, cst dlib, and I want to generate a random number, and I'm gonna guess that number. So integer num, I want a random number, so srand and time 0, and that to make it more normalized. The rand is not normalized, so this will make it normalized, where it will seed it to the time of the machine, or take the seconds and seed it to this. And I'm gonna need numbers between 1 and 50, so I'm gonna say mod 51 plus 1, no, mod 50 plus 1, and this is gonna equal num. And okay, this is good. Now I'm gonna keep guessing. Okay, here you can say C out, guess what is your number. Oh no, I can leave it like that. This is better. الله يلعن حرام دخ. And now I say cn, I'm gonna declare here num1, not the guess number, the guess num, but as the num picker picked by the user. And I'll say here while num doesn't equal num1, I'm gonna say what, C out, guess your number. Is that right? Yep. And sorry guys, I might take some like long ways. I'm not thinking I'm doing it real quick, those programs, but I think they're good, like they're the best. Okay, guess what is your number? While num doesn't equal num1, so it's gonna check it with the guessed value. See, in num1, I'm gonna keep doing this. Once you guess the number, if you as possible, each time you enter a guess, your program should tell you the guess is too high or too low. Okay. So now I'll say if num1 is greater than num, see out too high else see out too low, and I think that covers it. And this, I'll enter a number here, I'll close the while loop, and now I'll do see out this and right guess. Num is your number, lucky number, let's say. Okay. That's good to run without any. So now guess a number, let's say 17. Oh, I ran the come on, now it's gonna give me errors now. Okay, awesome. Guess what is your number? Too low 25, too low 35, too high 30, too high 27, too high, then it's 26. Right, guess 26 is your number. Thank you, and let's go explain the code here. And what is it asking for? It's asking to play a game, a guessing game. The program will generate a random number, which is what? The rand, srand, and we're making it random here. Srand, oops, ooh, srand, and time make it random. We use for that the library ctime, and for the rand the library cstdlib. This made it seed it with the time, so this will generate a random number. So rand mod 50 plus 1 is going to generate a number between 1 and 50. Mod 50 is going to give me from 0 to 49. When I add a 1 to it, it's going to give me from 1 to 50. This is really important. Mod tomorrow, for tomorrow's exam. Here's a hint. So every video I'm going to put a hint. See out, guess what is your number. Now I'm printing, guess. The user is going to input a number, which was here 17. It's going to check while num doesn't equal num1. Why do I want a loop to keep looping? I don't know how many times, depending on my guesses. So I need to loop it until the user didn't guess it. Until the user didn't guess it. Until num1 doesn't equal num2. I want to do what? Check if num1, the user number entered, is greater than num, the random number. I'm going to say too high. Else, which means if num1 is less than num, I'm going to say too low, as what happened here. So it will guide the user where to go up and down. And then I'll say what? See out, guess what is your number again. So I'll print the guess. I'll give him another try to enter the number num1, and it'll go back and loop until it finds the numbers. When it finds the numbers, when they match, when they're equal, it exits the loop and prints here right guess. You can here put num1 or num. Both of them are going to be the same. Hopefully you're getting that, guys. But try it. Write it down without writing it down and trying. Let's see what's this. Write a C++ program to find the sum of digits of a given integer. Okay, this is really nice. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I want to find the sum of the digits. How can I do that? And let's say I'm gonna have here an integer num. I'm gonna have integer sum equals 0, which is gonna be holding the sum, and I'm gonna be having an integer result, let's say, or integer digit. And here's what I'm gonna do. If I enter 1, 2, 3, 4, how can I get the 4 by itself, the 3 by itself? Okay, so if I say num mod 1, 2, 3, 4, mod what? Or the number num mod 10. Num mod 10 is gonna give me a 4, yeah? So I'll save that in digit. I'll say digit equals 4 or equals num mod 10, and here I want to show you what happens. So I can say cout digit and plus I'm gonna add the digit again, and then I'm gonna say num divided by 10. So I get rid of the 4, so it's gonna be equals, and when I'm using integers it's gonna be equal to, so this will give me the 4 first time, I'm gonna loop here now. This will give me the 4. This will add the 4, and this will result in num being equal to 1 2 3. If I loop again 1 2 3, it's gonna give me now digit as 3. I'll print 3, and okay, so here I need sum equals sum plus digit, and this will give me 0 plus 4, sum equals first time, and then sum equals 3, add 3, and then divide by 10. It's gonna give me 12, and loops back again. It's gonna give me the 2, and I'm gonna add here the 2, print it, and here I'm gonna say plus 2, and here I'm gonna divide by 10 again. I'm left with 1, so here I'm gonna get a 1, add the 1, just print it here, like print that, add it here, and now I'm gonna get what, so after I say 10 mod 1, okay, I can do this while num doesn't equal 0, because at the end it's gonna be 0. 1 over 10, and it's an integer, it's gonna give me a 0. While this doesn't equal as 0, keep doing this, and then semicolon. But how am I gonna get this, the last one? So I'm gonna have an extra plus, and I don't want to waste time now to think how am I gonna get it out. I can have it as long as the algorithm, that will be a small part to do. So here's my while loop, and after the while loop I'm gonna print, and I'm gonna concatenate it with this. This is just calculation, I'm not printing, so it's gonna come here. So equals this equals sum, and hopefully this will work, should work. Let's see, this is lab 8, program 5. Awesome. What was the number I entered? I didn't enter a number. Who entered the number? Let's see. 25. Okay, just took a random number from memory. So here I'll say, okay, see out, please enter a number and I'll say cn num, and I'll have here cout backslash n backslash n and close it, semicolon, and I'll save this and let's run it again. Compile, run, enter a number 2 3 4 7 10. Let's say I have what, 1 2 3 4 5. It's gonna give me 15. Okay, let's say I have 6 5 11 18 27 31. Awesome, so this is working. Let's stop here. I'll post this, guys. The mod, this is really important for the exam. I'm seeing lots of fun stuff I can add. By the way, I haven't written the exam yet, so I'm gonna take my time on it.